You use the commercial buses, especially the government's controlled buses, smiling there because of the cut. We have the Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transport Workers saying they have not been cut in the palliative package and they want their share. We have here the General Secretary, Mr. Ayode Ibrahim, in the studio. Mr. Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning.
So are you paying $250? Oh, you have your car, so you don't take the public transport. So you're not feeling that palliative from the government?
We are feeling it. You know, we have family too, and there are times not every day you go out with your car. Even we request for our family too. So we are customer, we are workers, we are everything.
So, but as app-based transport workers, you were saying you haven't received attention.
Yeah, let me just explain so that maybe the authority of Lagos State can really grab the important aspects of our industry. In 2002, the Lagos State government do the regulation in our industry. We did factor in 20 naira development, road development fee. And this money I've been removing and paid to the Lagos State. And I want to do analysis here.
So you pay it how often?
Yes.
Every day?
Yes, 20 naira per day. That is what our company remove and pay to the Lagos State government. But what I want to say here is this, so that the Lagos State government can know what the value we contributed to the economy of Lagos State. We have about 60,000 drivers in Lagos State. When we had every app company together, whether Uber, Bolt, InDrive, Lag, put them together. 20 naira, we move 1.5 million customer in the street of Lagos. Multiply 1.5 million naira with 20 naira in 7 days. That's around 240 million. And that is in a day. In 7 days, it's around 840 million naira. So when you are talking about a year, we contributed billions of naira to the economics of Lagos State. That is number one. Number two, despite the fact that we are contributing that huge amount of money to economic of Lagos State government has not deemed it fit to recognize us. First, I may not blame them because before we are not united, we don't have a union. Everybody doing things individually. So government can have an excuse by then that we don't have a center of communication to us so that everything that needs to come to us, because government deal with organization, which we will recognize that. Now that we have a union, I think it is the responsibility of Lagos State government to communicate to us. I will say this because that is the agreement. When they had a meeting with our company, on that meeting, I have that paper that the government signed on that meeting. What they said is that all our companies should work with the representatives of the driver on their platform. But the excuse Uber and Bolt give by then is that there is no union they can relate with. But we are not telling them now that there's a union that you can relate with. Relate with us. One, the Lagos State government cannot really even factor in the data of how many people do this job. How do we know how much the Uber pay to the Lagos State government? Is it correct or not? How do we know how much Bolt pay to the Lagos State government? Is it correct or not? What we are talking here is accountability. So if we involved, we can tell, look, government, Lagos State government, what the Uber is paying you for road development of 2020 naira is not correct. We have our data. We can provide our data. Let the app company to provide their data. But now, the government have not recognized that, and they are losing a lot.
But have you tried, I mean, we have the Ministry of Transportation here in Lagos. Have you tried to reach out to the government?
Yes, most of them that may be looking at me now, this face is not a new face. In fact, when we have this union, we wrote a letter to them. I don't want to mention the name because there is no commissioner there again, but there's a permanent secretary that we met. That, look, this is what we have today. Yes, you may be hearing of many associations, different things, but now this is the union registered by federal government of Nigeria. Call us for a meeting. Let's put this thing on the table and let's see how we can benefit with this. That is why we see all those palliative cannot come to us.
So what do you want as palliative?
What we want as palliative is very simple. It's two-way. Number one, you know, the government is talking about CNG. And I was part of the NEC and the CWC of Nigeria Labour Congress. We had a meeting after the protests last week. And the options we are looking at, especially people like us that will use fuel, is CNG. And the CNG cannot be contracted. In Lagos here, I've not even seen how many stations for CNG. So, and that CNG is huge amount of money for us because we are talking about 500,000.
You're talking of the conversion now.
Yes, conversion now.
Converting your car
that's the only solution we have now, so that we can make more money. Now, we are talking about 500,000, or you are talking about 400,000, which any of our members cannot, raise it now. So now, what we are now trying to say is that, okay, fine, there's another company that we are working with. If government involved, this is the time that our company needs to invest on a worker that work for them to get money. And it's very simple. Nobody said they should just invest on us not to get their money back. They can prioritize is that, okay, the CNG is the solution now because fuel cannot make us to get money. Okay, how do we come in? We give out the data. Whoever that Uber take up, it will not go to boat to go and do it because when they do that, it will be the double problem. But these are the things that we need to explain to the government. And
so you're looking at the option of the government maybe subsidizing or giving you like a loan to convert your cars to use
exactly. Gas, even not only the government, even the car company needs to come in because they make money from us.
But I mean, let's be realistic now. We see the Lagos State government, I'm sure you saw that report, what they have done. So they have reached out to vehicles that are being controlled by the state government, no matter the BRT and all of that, told them to slash by 25. And I think also for the yellow buses, the privately owned ones.
What happened in the yellow buses is that they cannot control yellow buses. But what they did is that, the yellow buses collect receipts every day on the road. The car park management sell receipts for them. That is how good the government come to give them the palliative. The receipt of 500 naira is now become 350 naira. And on that basis, government is expecting them not to increase the fare.
Because we had some of
because they cannot control it totally.
Yeah, but they've reduced it.
Yeah.
So for you, what can the government do to reduce it? You want to be part of the palliative.
Yeah.
I mean, the gas solution, obviously, it's where we are heading to. But at this time,
the immediate solution the government can do is that they should call us, and the road developments.
The 20 naira.
20 naira.
So if the government stops receiving the 20 naira from you, will you reduce your fares?
And that is why I said that the car company needs to come in, because initially that money was removing from the customer, according to the Uber claiming to the government, which is not. But let's say agree that it's removing from the customer, and then now they're going to be a palliative measure, and that palliative measure must, help our customer too, and they help us too.
Exactly.
So what they need to do on that 20 naira is to just divide it and make the other money to come to driver. But they cannot do it alone without us, because if at all they do it, the money may not come to us.
The money may not go.
Yes, they must, because who fetch their data? Who know how much they are paying?
Okay, so you're saying that if the government meets with you and the app companies, and then they agree to reduce or to remove the 20 naira, then that can trickle down to the price that you give to consumers.
Exactly. It's possible.
Okay, all right. So we are here to ask for it. I'm sure the government, the Lagos State government is listening. And the CNG approach, obviously, is what even the federal government is working and talking about.
But CNG of it things, we talk about security too. CNG, if they don't use the correct materials, is a time bomb at the back of your boat. So they must use the...
You're talking of safety.
Yes. They must use certification that make everybody safe on that, because the conversions, that tank you see, if they use original, the tank can never ever explode. But Nigeria factors, if they bring the one that is adulterated or the one that is not, is a tank bomb.
I guess we should have faith, Mr. Ibrahim. It's a new project. So let's not think.
No, we have to talk about safety too, so that they will put it that whoever that want to do that installation must be able to be monitored, concerned to the safety. That is why I'm open that.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Ayuade Ibrahim, General Secretary of Amalgamated Union of App-Based Transport Workers. We do know that, of course, if not the governor representative of the government of Lagos State is listening, and the app workers are saying they need to talk, because those who also use the app-based taxis, they need palliative also. So can you work on this 20 naira? Perhaps the consumers will also feel the impact of that palliative. But thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Thank you.
All right.